Jerusalem bursts with life as Saul, a young Pharisee, observes Jesus' growing disciples with disapproval. His face reflects fervent conviction as he stands among religious authorities, plotting against the rising heresy. Their hushed voices carry the weight of their determination to suppress the movement. Saul's intense gaze reveals a man ready to confront what he sees as a grave threat. Within the Sanhedrin, Jewish leaders gather, their robes and beards a stark display of authority and disapproval. Stephen stands accused, yet radiates conviction as he passionately defends his Christian faith before the stern assembly. His voice echoes through the hall, challenging the rigid traditions and stirring the hearts of those who listen. Saul, young and zealous, watches Stephen, a storm of conflict brewing within him as he observes the unfolding scene. Under the relentless Jerusalem sun, a frenzied crowd surrounds Stephen. Stones rain down, each impact a brutal punctuation in the deadly scene. Desperate cries fill the air, a chorus of anguish and rage. Saul watches from the edge, his face a rigid mask of grim resolve. He silently endorses the violence, holding the cloaks of the stone throwers. His presence amplifies the horror, sealing Stephen's tragic fate. Under the relentless sun, Saul rides toward Damascus, his cloak billowing in the hot wind. A group of armed men flank him, letters clutched in his fist. Saul's face is set with grim resolve, empowered to persecute followers of Christ. Suddenly, a blinding light explodes from the heavens, eclipsing the sun and sending the men into terrified cries. Saul is thrown from his horse, crashing violently onto the dusty road, the epicenter of the divine phenomenon. On the road to Damascus, Saul is thrown to the ground, a figure convulsing under an unseen force. His eyes are wide, sightless, reflecting the unforgiving glare of the desert sun, now a prisoner of sudden blindness. A powerful, disembodied voice reverberates through the air, shaking the very foundations of the earth. The divine light intensifies, searing his soul as the voice booms. "Saul, Saul, why do you persecute me?" Saul lies helpless, the weight of the question crushing him under the vast, indifferent sky. Sunlight paints patterns through Damascene windows, illuminating dust in the air. In a quiet house, Ananias kneels, his kind eyes reflecting worry as he prays, listening intently. His face is etched with concern, a silent plea hanging in the sunlit room. He pauses, as if hearing a call, his expression a mix of apprehension. A moment passes, and resolve hardens his features, replacing fear with determination. Ananias rises, his decision made, and exits the room, stepping into the unknown. Sunlight floods the room as Ananias, a humble man, approaches Saul, his face filled with compassion and solemn purpose. With gentle hands, Ananias lays his touch upon Saul's eyes. A moment of profound healing and divine intervention. Saul's eyelids flutter, and light pierces through the darkness. His sight returns, filling his eyes with newfound clarity. Water cascades over Saul as he is baptized, washing away his past and ushering in a new spiritual awakening. Saul eats with a ravenous hunger, his body revitalized, each bite a testament to his restored strength. The transformation is complete. Saul stands reborn, his face radiant with conviction and a sense of divine purpose. Sunlight streams through stained glass, illuminating dust motes in the Damascus synagogue. Paul stands before the congregation, his fervor palpable amidst astonishment and confusion. The air crackles with unspoken tension as Paul's voice echoes, "Jesus is the Messiah," Paul declares, his words hanging in the expectant air. Under a starless sky, the towering city walls of Damascus loom, ancient and imposing. A large wicker basket descends from the ramparts, swaying like a pendulum in the still night air. Inside, Paul peers out, his face a mask of determination shadowed by apprehension. The rope groans under his weight, a stark reminder of the perilous escape underway. Below, the dark ground promises freedom, a silent hope against the backdrop of the sleeping city. On Cyprus, Paul and Barnabas confront Elymas, the sorcerer's dark cloak a stark contrast to the sunlit scene. Elymas sneers, his low growl disrupting the air as he attempts to halt their preaching, a palpable tension rising. Paul's eyes blaze with divine authority, fixing Elymas with a stern, unwavering gaze. "Your time of deceit is over, Elymas," Paul booms, his voice echoing with righteous anger. "The light of truth will now be veiled." Beneath the Anatolian sun, a crippled man rises at Paul's touch. Healed and whole, a collective gasp sweeps through the crowd, awe turning to joyous shouts as Paul and Barnabas are hailed as gods. But the adulation is a fickle thing. As Jewish leaders arrive, their grim faces weaving through the throng, the joyous shouts turn to angry roars. A hail of stones descends upon Paul, leaving him for dead. The Jerusalem room buzzes with fervent debate as Paul and Barnabas stand firm, their voices echoing with passionate conviction. Members of the Jerusalem Council listen intently, their faces etched with concern, contemplating the weighty issue at hand. The council affirms Gentiles can join the Christian faith without circumcision. A collective sigh of relief sweeps through the room, unity replacing uncertainty. Chained and bruised, Paul and Silas sit in darkness, their hymns echoing through the Philippi prison. The ground trembles, an earthquake ripping through the prison, chains snapping, doors swinging open. "Do not harm yourself. We are all here," Paul cries out as the jailer draws his sword. "Sirs, what must I do to be saved?" the jailer asks. Paul replies, "Believe in the Lord Jesus." Bathed in sunlight, the ancient Areopagus awaits. As Paul prepares to address the Athenian philosophers, a gentle breeze stirs his robes as he begins, his voice resonating across the stone plaza, capturing their attention. With open hands, Paul gestures, meeting their intellectual curiosity with thoughtful engagement. His clear voice carries on the wind, presenting the gospel in a manner that invites contemplation and discourse. Ephesus pulses with life as Paul passionately preaches, his voice cutting through the vibrant marketplace. His words ignite faith in many, but a shadow falls upon the silversmiths, their craft losing its luster. Economic anxiety sharpens faces as idle sales plummet, resentment brewing beneath the surface. A crowd gathers, a low murmur rippling through them, the tension palpable as they listen to Paul. Religious fervor mixes with financial dread, fueling a dangerous volatility in the ancient city. The murmurs escalate into angry shouts, a riot threatening to erupt, poised to shatter the bustling scene. In the dim cell, an aged Paul hunches over a rough table, shadows dancing on the damp stone walls. The flickering oil lamp highlights his weathered face as he dips a quill, preparing to write. With trembling hands, he begins his final letter to Timothy, faith burning in his tired eyes. His voice, though weary, resonates with conviction as he speaks his last words. "I have fought the good fight. I have finished the race. I have kept the faith," Paul declares.